Hello, I'm Jonathan Kirsch with the latest Lakewood news and events. The May 23rd City Council meeting began by recognizing retiring Police Chief Kevin Paletta. Paletta served in the Lakewood Police Department for 35 years, rising through the ranks beginning as an agent and ultimately promoted to Police Chief in January 2008. Thanks, Chief Paletta, for your contributions and a job well done. Council also declared May as Building Safety Month and Mental Health Month. Building Safety Month reminds the public about the critical role that our local code officials play in assuring us of safe, efficient, and livable buildings. Mental Health Month raises awareness of mental health conditions and the importance of mental health. In other news, Council approved a resolution to accept a quitclaim deed from Jefferson County Public Schools for the property at 2090 South Wright Street. The deed removes any ambiguity in a court ruling that found that both the city and the Jefferson County School District had some ownership interest in the land. Council also approved the 2016 salaries for the municipal judges and approved funds for settling the Davies versus the City of Lakewood lawsuit. To watch the May 23rd City Council meeting or previous council meetings online, visit lakewood.org/council videos. Lakewood children age 18 and younger will be getting free lunches again this summer thanks to a summer lunch program called Lunchbox Express. The program is funded through Jewish Family Service and will take place Monday through Friday at 3 city parks through August 17th. 11 to 11:30 a.m. at Morse Park at 8180 West 20th Avenue in the parking lot closest to the playground. 11:45 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. at Mount Air Park at 5620 West 14th Avenue, also in the parking lot. And 12:30 to 1 p.m. at Lastly Park at 6677 West Florida Avenue in Lastly Elementary School's northwest parking lot at the corner of West Arkansas Avenue and South Lamar Street. The Lastly location will also feature activities and supervised play from Lakewood's Recreation Division from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. These activities are free and include sports games such as soccer, kickball, volleyball, and ultimate frisbee. No proof of income or identification is necessary, and all kids age 18 and under are welcome, no matter where they go to school or where they live. Just remember, there will be no lunch service on July 4th. For more information about the lunch program, visit lunchboxexpress.org. The City of Lakewood wants to remind you to think about your drink and chose a pretty visual way to do so. Crews installed this 15-foot tall drinking straw sculpture in the detention pond on the southwest corner of South Wadsworth Boulevard and Yale Avenue as a reminder that everyday actions have an impact on the water quality for water users downstream from Lakewood, as well as our own local lakes and streams. Things like leaking auto fluids, fertilizer, pet waste, and cigarette butts all pollute runoff water. Do your part to protect water quality by scheduling regular vehicle maintenance, using phosphorus-free fertilizer, cleaning up after your pet, and properly disposing of trash. If you're out riding or walking on one of the city's paved trails and come across an issue, we've got an easy way for you to let us know about it. A new online geo tool lets you give us your feedback as part of the city's trail assessment, and you can do it right there on the trail. Just use your smartphone to go to lakewood.org/what'syourpath and allow it to use your smartphone's location. It'll automatically mark where you are, and you can click on the plus at the bottom to write a comment on the spot. If you don't use the location service on your phone, simply drag a comment marker to the spot on the map.
3, 2, 1.
Mayor Adam Paul recently joined residents and cycling enthusiasts to dedicate the new Garrison Bike Station at West 13th Avenue and Garrison Street.
You know, community is really what we try to do and what we try to build, and it starts from the ground up, and this is an example of that. The Iber neighborhood has been involved from day one on planning the light rail, the impacts, and trying to mitigate those, and having these great amenities, and it's wonderful to see them out here.
The new bike station is located across the street from the Garrison Station for the W Light Rail line and ties into Lakewood's longest north-south bicycle route with a dedicated bicycle lane through most of it. Thousands of runners took part in the Colfax Marathon recently, which included a marathon relay, a half marathon, and the urban 10-miler. Parts of the annual race wind through several Lakewood neighborhoods and along Colfax Avenue. Over the past few weeks, there's been several cases of rabies confirmed in Jefferson County and throughout the Metro Denver area. In fact, as we're taping this, there's been 4 cases of rabies confirmed here in Jefferson County since April. Joining us now is Jessie Burns with Foothills Animal Shelter to give us some tips on how to keep our pets safe.
Yeah,
welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Sure. Before we get to these tips, tell us about your little friend.
So this is Catman, and he is a 9-year-old Lhasa Apso mix. And he came to the shelter a little while ago when his previous owner couldn't take care of him anymore. But he is a spunky little guy. Even though he's 9, he still is very rambunctious, loves going for walks. He gets along well with other dogs. He would make a great family pet for anybody looking for an animal for their home.
Obviously, you wouldn't know that he's rambunctious.
No, I know. He loves this couch.
There's something about this couch that's magical. Well, let's get to these tips. First, what is rabies?
So rabies is caused by a virus that affects the nervous system of humans and other mammals, and it's almost always fatal. So it's kind of a scary disease that it's in Jefferson County, but we can do several things in order to help prevent it spreading to our pets and to our community.
And how is it spread? Is it spread mainly through bites?
It's spread through the saliva of the infected animal. So bites and scratches are the main 2 ways that it can spread.
Okay. And how can we prevent possible exposure to rabies?
So the easiest and most effective way is to make sure that your pets are vaccinated against rabies. And along with that, just avoiding wildlife altogether. So anytime that your dog is outside, make sure that they're on a leash. Try and keep your cats indoors as much as possible just to prevent any sort of exposure from wild animals. And along with that, making sure not to feed wild animals, not to leave your pet's food outside so they might be attracted to that. And then if you do believe that your pet has been bitten or scratched by a wild animal, make sure to contact your veterinarian immediately.
And we can get the shots either at our vet or at Foothills Animal Shelter?
Exactly, yeah. So we're encouraging everybody to check in with their vet, make sure that their pets are updated on the rabies vaccine, get it updated at your veterinarian's office if needed. And then another option is we also offer a rabies vaccine for $15 at our affordable vaccine license and microchip clinics that we hold weekly at the shelter.
I was going to say it's a good time to get your dog licensed if you haven't already.
Exactly, well. Yeah, and especially if you're getting a rabies vaccine, it's a great time to license as well. A rabies vaccine is required in order to license, so it's a good time to just do them both at the same time.
So what happens if we see an animal in our neighborhood that we think might have rabies? What are the signs?
So some of the signs and symptoms are if a nocturnal animal is out during the daytime, so like skunks, they usually only come out at night. So if you see one during the daytime, if they're wandering around, stumbling around, if they're foaming at the mouth, all of those can be symptoms of rabies. And if you do think you've spotted a wild animal that might have rabies, make sure to contact animal control immediately and also the Jefferson County Public Health Department.
All right, well, there you go. Thanks a lot for coming down, Jessie, and introducing us to Catman.
Thanks for having us.
Sure. And if you want more information about rabies or dog licensing, go to foothillsanimalshelter.org. In recent years, Bear Creek Lake Park has become increasingly popular not only for Lakewood residents, but with folks throughout the metro area. Visitors flock from far and wide to make the most of Lakewood's very own little stretch of sandy swim beach and non-motorized water activities housed at the Big Soda Lake Marina. To help strike a balance between the demand of these recreational amenities and the preservation of our natural resources, Bear Creek Lake Park has implemented some fee changes. Annual passes have increased to $60 for Jeffco residents and $75 for non-residents. Jeffco residents continue to receive their annual pass for $50 if they purchase it online or at an off-site facility such as City Hall or a rec center, and non-residents pay $60 for doing the same. Jeffco seniors age 62 and older can purchase their annual passes for the same rate of $40, and non-resident seniors pay $50. Day passes have increased to $10 per vehicle, and camping increased to $25 per night. To learn more about the park's offerings, services, and fees, and to buy your pass online, visit lakewood.org/BCLP. Take a trip back in time to learn about the history of Lakewood as the renovated Estes Motel is unveiled at the Lakewood Heritage Center during the city's annual Rock and Block Party at 6:30 p.m. on June 11th. Until then, we have a sneak peek for you. The 2-room, 2-carport motel was brought to the site to help tell the story of tourism and commerce along West Colfax Avenue in the 1950s. After a complete interior and exterior renovation, along with some new landscaping, the building will open as the museum's newest exhibit. The hotel will take visitors to an era of large automobiles and improving road networks, which led to increased demand for motel services, especially along busy thoroughfares such as Colfax. Known also as Highway 40 before the arrival of the interstate highway system, Colfax was the primary route between Denver and the Rocky Mountains.
We're excited. I think people will get a pop of color when they walk in the room. They'll get some history about the building, some history about Colfax Avenue, and it's really some 20th century Lakewood history in the process.
The motel was generously donated to the Lakewood Heritage Center by Michael Bettman, the owner of Colorado Frame Company, who remains the owner of the property that once served as the site of the Estes Motel. Lakewood's Inspire Arts Week returns June 1st through June 12th for an extended 11 days of gallery openings, activities, classes, and performances. The event showcases the rich arts culture that exists throughout our city. Dozens of organizations from Lakewood Cultural Center to the Jefferson County Public Library are participating in Inspire Arts Week, hosting 40 exhibits, events, and performances. Inspire Arts Week will be held at venues throughout town, so for a complete listing of events, visit lakewood.org/inspire. If you're still looking for something to satisfy your arts craving, come check out the First Friday Art Walk in the 40 West Arts District from 5 to 8 p.m. on June 3rd. There will be multiple arts galleries and venues, free beer, wine, and light food. It's also kids and family friendly with an indoor swing and Lego station at one location and an interactive art making project called Art Carnival Games right outside the 40 West Gallery. You can find out more information at 40westarts.org. The community's idea for an arts loop, a distinctive way to provide a visual walking and bicycling tour of the city's burgeoning 40 West Arts District, has received national support with a $100,000 Our Town grant, the largest amount awarded under the program from the National Endowment for the Arts. Lakewood, in partnership with 40 West Arts, received the grant for Northeast Lakewood as a way to create an interactive arts experience in the heart of Lakewood's state-certified creative district, the 40 West Arts District. The Arts Loop will begin in August and include community involvement throughout the project's development. Artists will create playful visual cues that mark the route and produce iconic art at 3 parks, Walker Branch, Mount Ayr, and Aviation. The artwork will reflect the unique context, voice, and culture of the neighborhoods located along historic West Colfax and the new W Line light rail, as well as enhance the area's recreational and cultural assets. For more information on the Our Town program, please visit the NEA website at arts.gov. The Lakewood Symphony will perform their next concert entitled Russian Roots at 7:30 p.m. on June 2nd in the Lakewood Cultural Center. For more information and to get your tickets, visit lakewoodsymphony.org. And that's it for this edition of City Scene. Stay up to date on the latest Lakewood news and events at lakewood.org. I'm Jonathan Kirsch. Thanks for watching.